I told them they could leave this here as long as they're working on my car. But if they come to pick this up, my car's gotta come back. So here it will sit for now. So I found, also I've been trying to, I'm gonna owe you a new set of control arms by the time this car is done, because my towels keep sliding off and these things are impossible and I keep scratching them. Either that or I guess I could paint them. I don't want to paint them, I'd rather just buy you some new ones, because that is a bitch. If you just jack up the car by the inner fender lip down here, you can actually get these two bolts to line up. I don't think this one's going to come close at all still, and this one's not looking very good either, but I've got pretty much the car supported by this inner fender right here, with the other bolts all started and loose. So I'm going to put these in and tighten them, and tighten the upper ones up there, and then see how close these bottom ones are. That, from my research, everybody has problems with these aftermarket inner fenders. This fender is factory, however we did replace part of it and it was mangled, so I wouldn't be surprised if those holes are kind of not in the right spot. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna put those bolts in and tighten them, and then take this jack out of here and see what we got. So anyway, I'm missing one of the big washers that go there. So either I lost it, or this front end bolt kit here, that's what's left of it, and I don't see it. I do have a radiator drain though, I'm not sure why. I don't know where that came from. I probably lost it. If you're looking for a bolt kit, this is just general information. Like, you can get a kit for the whole car for, you know, probably get one for this Mustang. I know you can get them for lots of stuff, but the brand you want to buy is AMK. You want to buy these, because see, show me to your friends. So I'm showing you guys, that's what you want to buy. This is what, random stuff in here now, but this is what we bought for Angel's Nova when we did it. They're super complete. Everything is labeled. This was the emblem grill. SS, these were the nuts for it. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, they're still in there. That's why they're still in there. But yeah, wheelhouse, radiator support. So I do have some more of those. This is blurry, sorry. But you can get just the front end kit. You can get the whole complete car kit, headlamp adjusters. As you can see, we didn't use all of Angel's kit. So, more wheelhouse bolts. I'm hoping. Apparently not the case. It looks like I ended up using those washers on her car, which figures, because I know we had the inner fenders out. But anyway, this is what you want to buy for a bolt kit, if anybody was curious. I will now search somewhere else for a big washer. So I was able to get them all. I had to slot this one, but that could be, this is where the fender was fairly expertly repaired, and it doesn't surprise me that that one's off. I was able to get this bottom one in. However, you can see that now this is bulged out. The other side, it's not, because I drilled a new hole for this one up higher and let that come down. So I'm not sure what the better way to go is. On this side, I'm either gonna probably have to cut this and weld it back together, or drill a new hole for the bottom one like I did on the other side. So let me just contemplate that for a minute. Other than that, they're all in. I don't know if the front ones line up on the core support, but I'm sure they will. So for fun, I've tried to tap this with a hammer just to see, even though I knew what was going to happen. I don't know where to put this light, but if you tap this down, it's like it pops up somewhere else. Kind of like whack-a-mole, only it's not a mole. So if I hit this back down, then it starts to come up down there. I think I'm going to hit this back flat down there, cut it right on this peak right here, and then weld it back together. That's my plan anyway. Not saying it's a good plan, but it's easier than welding up a hole. So, yeah. We'll do that. So I made 2 cuts in it. Ended up with a big gap somehow. Tried welding it up. I got mad. I cut it all out. And now I'm making a patch. So, that's what's going on here. You may not realize but this is not my area of expertise. So this is what we're doing. This doesn't work. I'm just gonna buy a new one and do it like I did the other side, drill a new hole and weld the hole up. Yeah. So patch. Good stuff. I'm probably just going to get these powder coated when I do have the core support done, so hopefully I can make it good enough for that. So I'm just going around and welding this up. As you can see, it's no secret that I'm not good at this, but inner fender, yeah, it looks pretty good. I think I'm about to the point now where I'll probably take it back off and put it on a stand where I can actually see what I'm doing and make sure there's no pinholes or anything in this, and try to finish it out decent, and put it back in and continue on. Probably not the right way to go about this. If I had a shrinker, I probably could have just shrunk this edge and in here a little bit and got it to work, maybe. Don't know, but this is what I did, and that's how it ended up. So there is that. I think I need to pick this door up a tiny bit. I think the gap's too tight right there too. I also have it jacked up, so I could be changing things. Anyway, that's the end of my show and tell how not to make a aftermarket inner fender fit. Alright, this is where I'm at. I'm tired of chasing little pinholes. You know, I put the light on the back side, weld it up, grind it down. I got one left right here somewhere, but I'll just wait till I get it off and I clean up the back side, because when I grind the back side I'll probably make some more. Anyway, that's where we're at. So don't know if that's something. But anyway, it fits flat-ish to the fender. And all the bolts go in. I don't know what way was better. This was definitely more work, but I haven't finished the other side yet either. I still have to weld up that extra hole. But anyway, that's that. Make fun. Okie dokie. So now that that's in, this door is bugging me because the gap at the rocker is just too tight, I think. Anyways, it's not that bad, I guess, but the door can stand to go up a little bit, so just a tiny bit. I'm gonna pick the door up. So yeah, let's do that. And then I'm gonna maybe go take the latches out, see if I can find the screws that hold the latches in, put some strikers in it, make the doors shut, put those rubber bumpers in there, stuff like that, so we can get the doors solid. And then obviously when I body work, I'll bondo them in place, but I want them to function or something for now. Alrighty, this is where we're ending off with this for now. Until I find someone to help me put the hood on, because that thing weighs about 59.5 million pounds. It's awkward. Anyway, move the fender around a little bit. I've got the latches and the strikers in. For some reason, Chevelle's, more than Novas or Camaros, I've noticed, require a bunch of spacers behind the striker. I got like a 1/4 inch. I got 2 of them. Originally, this car had 1 on this side, and it was like this with 2 on the driver's side. And now it needs 2 on both sides. And if you get these badass titanium door strikers, why don't they come longer? These must be just, you know, for any GM. So they probably why they don't make them like that. All the Chevelles that come into the shop seem to have at least this much on there. And yes, the door gap is big. Well, it's bigger than 3/16 by a little bit probably, but it's even, and you're not going back with the door because it's already slightly behind the rocker, pretty much where it should be. So you're not changing that. Move the door back, then you're adding on to the front of the door. So basically, it is where it is and where it's going to be. I've got the strikers. The doors are high because they're empty. So I've got the striker adjusted to pull the door down so it's in the right spot. So hopefully when the car is assembled and the doors are in this same spot, the weight of the stuff in the door will line that right up. If not, it'll be close enough to deal with. Here's the driver's side with the garbage aftermarket fender situation. That was my knees breaking. Same amount of spacers on this side. These are the 2 that were originally on this side. I was hoping I wouldn't need any, but anyway. Some billet spacers or something. We'll make that just fine. As you can see, door high, Striker pulls it down. Door good. So yeah, I think this is all where it's gonna live. Both inner fenders bolted in, fenders adjusted. I like how I did the other inner fender. Kind of better than this one, because now this one's got a hole I have to weld up and it's a little too long at the bottom, but either way, I'll address finalizing these inner fenders and getting them good enough to powder coat after body work, after poly, after blocking, when the car comes back apart. So for now, the next hurdle is getting the hood on and aligned, and the headlight bezels, and the trunk lid, but that's easy. I can do that myself. I need the L bracket that goes from the core support to this headlight bezel. So I'd like to have that in place when I do the mud work. Here's a little rant about the Ring Brothers hood hinges. See how these two lines, I can't get the hood far forward enough to line up with that. I can't do it by moving the fender back because the fender's attached to the hood hinge. So if I move the fender back, the hood's going to go back too. I don't know if you can see it, but these have a little ramp on them right here, and you can't slide the hood any farther forward than this because it starts moving it up that ramp. That's as far forward as it can go. You can slide it backwards. So, I mean, you can't slide the hood hinge forward on the fender because the bolts pretty much touch each side. I could grind a flat spot on both sides of the bolts, but then it's going to be close to falling down inside that groove. These are really a horrible design. I mean, they're cool, but yeah, in order to get anything lined up, it's a super pain. So that's my last thing. Everything fits great. The other side's good. Hood opens and shuts good. Fender gaps are good. So everything's pretty good. That's what I'm trying to say. This one has the L bracket, so everything's tight on this one. Everything lines up pretty good. The screw holes line up. I actually have a screw on that one. This one I don't, but it's lined up. So yeah, I just need this bracket here for the left side. Other than that, everything is on and lined up where it's going to live. I would like to fix that fender to hood issue, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. Deck lid's on, lined up, other than putting the rubber bumpers in so it sits flat back here. It's done and ready to go. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I gotta install and line up the cowl flap, but I'm gonna wait on that probably till after I body work the hood, then install it, and then finish the body work, fine tune it with it on there or something. I don't know, I just don't feel like doing that right now. So in order to move the hood forward from the fender, yeah, no, there's nothing I can do. The only way you could do it is to move the fender further forward, and then you'd have room to move the hood back on that adjustment. I can't do that. The gap's already too big, and I don't even know if that makes sense. I'm not going to think about it anymore because I know that's not an option. But The hood needs to go forward. And it could stand to go forward here as well. I need to think about this a little bit more. I thought I had an idea, but I already forgot it. In any case, this is where this might live, and it just might have to be what it is. For what this fender was, it's amazing it's even at this point. Also, before I was having a problem with the hood springing up on this side. It's not the case now. It's good to go. So yeah, that's all that is. This is where this ends. Pretty much ready to start body work if I can't figure this out. I might think about this for a couple more minutes, but that's it for now. I don't know what I was thinking about when I said if I move the fender forward I could slide the hood back, which makes no sense because the hood needs to go forward to the fender, period. And no matter where the fender is, I can move the fender forward, backwards, wherever. The hinge is affixed to the fender. There's no sliding it this way. You can go up and down with it, front or back, but the way those bolts fit in those slots, you can't move it forward or backwards, which is what needs to happen. It's like I said, I'm already on that ramp at the bottom of the hood. And I had it loosened up and scooted forward, but when you tighten it down, it just slides it down that ramp. So you'd have to actually grind on the hinge to gain a little there. The slots on the hood bolts, on where the hood bolts to the hinge, have plenty of adjustment. It's just that stupid ramp on this thing, and they could have machined it a little bit smaller so you had a little bit more room to utilize the slots in the hood. You know what I'm talking about? Just right there. If they would have made this like from there to there, made it shorter or something, just so you could move the hood forward more. Because, whoa, easy now. You got, let me just unpreparedly show you. I can't get this tape off. But there's more room, you can't see it. It's underneath the washer. But there's more room to slide the hood forward. There and there. You just can't use all the adjustment because of the way the shape of the hinge is. And therefore, I don't know why I'm thinking about it anymore. I mean, that's it, that's the problem. You take the hood off and you grind this. You have to grind it back right here in order to slide the hood forward more, and then you're going to see that from the side. So that's not going to happen. Angel says no. We're leaving it here, and it is what it is. Now maybe it's because this is an aftermarket fender. Maybe it fits fine when everything's factory. Don't know. I care, but I'm going to say I don't care, so that's it. Now I'm done.